What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Pablo's Toy Box Photography for another action figure review. Today we're going to be taking a look at Beast Kingdom's Egg Attack Action Cyclops from X-Men the Animated Series. Let's go ahead and take a look at the box. As you can see, the box has a nice large open window. You get a nice view of the figure inside, and you get a view of also some of the accessories that come with Cyclops. On the bottom left hand side, you get a promotional shot of Cyclops. You have the title X-Men. You also have the title Cyclops. Product number is EAA-067. On the top left hand corner you get to see Marvel, and on the bottom right hand corner you have a nice logo of Beast Kingdom. On the side of the box you get a nice large logo of X-Men on the top. You have the title Cyclops on the left hand side along with the product number on the bottom left, and on the right side you get the Egg Attack Action Series logo. On the back side of the box you get some more promotional shots of Cyclops and the different positions you can put him in, different poses. On the bottom right hand side you have a holographic sticker of the Beast Kingdom logo. And on the left side you get a description of what comes inside the box, and you have a large shot of Cyclops. And that large image of Cyclops continues to the side. And on this side of the box you get the same X-Men logo on the top, Cyclops on the left hand side. You have the product number on the bottom left hand corner, and you have the Egg Attack Action Series logo on the bottom right hand corner. On the top of the box you get a nice large logo of X-Men from the animated series. And the bottom of the box gives you all the legalese and warnings. Now let's go ahead and break this figure out of the box and take a closer look at the figure. Alright, so here's the figure out of the box. Now this is a cool looking figure. Beast Kingdom did an awesome job in bringing Cyclops out of the cartoon, the X-Men animated series. And this design is based on Jim Lee's design. And it's one of my favorite costumes that Cyclops has. The entire costume is soft goods. The blue portion of the costume is like a soft, stretchy type of material. The yellow trunks is a separate piece over the blue costume, but it is attached to it on the waist. The bands on his legs are like a rubbery material that is glued to the blue portion of the costume. The belt is a separate piece, and it's like a medium grade type of rubber. It's not very stiff, but it's flexible enough to move around when you need to move it around. The bands around his wrist are a separate piece. They're like a soft rubber material with great sculpt and detail on it. As well as the belt. The belt has some nice detail with all the pouches. All those pouches are sculpted on there. As well as the straps, all that detail. Overall, pretty good. The boots are also on a they're a loose little rubbery material, very soft. It's got some nice sculpt work for the band across the top of the boot. Let's take a look at a little bit of the articulation, or let's go ahead and just take a look at the articulation he does have. Now his arms do go up about that high. He does have double jointed elbows. He has a kind of a butterfly joint. His arms can go forward that much. But like I say, since the costume is like a rubber, not a rubbery material, but it's a stretchy type of material, sometimes the arms want to go back. Like they'll spring back a little bit. You just have to finesse it a little bit to get it to stay where you want it. But it's not, it doesn't hinder it that much. You can find a way around that. He does have a waist swivel, and he can go side to side as well. He has an upper torso cut. He can crunch that much forward, and he can crunch that far back. He can kick about that much forward, that much back. He does have double jointed knees. And overall, the articulation is really good on this figure. Beast Kingdom did a good job with Cyclops. Now let's go ahead and get a closer look at some of the accessories and details of this figure. Alright, let's go ahead and take a closer look at Cyclops' head here. Now, Beast Kingdom did an awesome job with the sculpt work on here. His hair is nicely sculpted. It's got a lot of nice detail on there. And it's got a little bit of shading in there, very lightly, like it's got a wash. And brings out some of the details in here, which is pretty cool. They did a really good job. Beast Kingdom does a fabulous job with their sculpt work. His face here is sculpted as well. The nose is sculpted on there. He's got a little bit of raised cheeks, which gives that nice shadow on his face. His mouth is sculpted on there as well. Really nicely done. And they did a good job in how they brought that costume above to where his head's at. It's really good. Cyclops does come with an additional 2 more mouth expressions. I'm going to go ahead and swap those out really quick right now. Good way of doing it, of course, you just have to pull this visor right off. Comes right off, and of course he looks a little weird like this. And all you have to do is just pop this right off. It's got a hole in the back, and there's a peg right here. The next expression he has is a more angry, grinning expression. And once you have that on there, you just slide his visor back on. Lines up. And there you go. He's got an angrier expression. His teeth are sculpted on there and nicely painted. His mouth is nicely sculpted, showing that grin. And you can see where his chin has actually switched or shifted a little bit. And you can see a little bit more detail in his chin, showing that his expression is where he's upset. Pretty good overall. The next one, the next mouth expression he has is more of a screaming expression. His visor. And this one is really nice as well. That mouth is completely sculpted in there. The teeth are nicely sculpted in there. You can see his tongue inside his mouth. It's not just a flat mouth. It's got some sculpt work, and it goes into the back. And it's done really nicely. But overall, yes, really nice options to have. You can give Cyclops 3 nice different mouth expressions in to showcase the mood that he's in, which is pretty cool. I love what Beast Kingdom did with that. Let's go ahead and take a look at the extra accessories that came for his visor. Alright, let's take a look at some of the optic blast effects that he comes with. He does come with this blast effect right here. And he comes with this optic effect as well. Now this piece has a little notch right here. I don't know if you can see that. So to focus this in there. Yeah, right there, that little notch. Now that little notch on this optic blast, there's a little cutout here, and there's a little notch there as well. And this simply goes over it and locks in place like that. It gives it a nice blast effect, which is pretty neat. Get Cyclops back here. Overall, it's a really nice blast effect. He also comes with this blast effect. This sits simply over like that. Pretty neat. I'll show it right now on the figure. He also comes with an optic smoke effect. And a sudden optic blast effect. And to put these on, you simply have to just pull the visor right off. Now the easiest way to remove that red piece is by pushing it from the back, and as you can see, it simply comes out. And then all you have to do is just put the next one on and slip it on Cyclops. Oh, I have it upside down. That's my fault. That's him with the sun optic blast effect. Next is going to be his optic smoke effect. Next, I'm going to put his blast effect. And that other piece simply just slides and sits on top, just to give it more of a blast. Overall, these blast effects are pretty cool. I'm glad they added these on here. Alright, let's go ahead and take a closer look at his other hand options. Alright, straight out of the box, he does have a pair of fisted hands. He comes with a pair of open hands. And finally, he comes with a pair of operating hands to use for him to push on his visor to unleash his optic blast, and to push on his X-Men walkie-talkie device on his harness. Alright, and for his final accessory is his figure stand. This is a nice stand. It's got X-Men printed on top, Cyclops printed in the front. It's a very simple stand and very small. It doesn't take up too much space, which is awesome to hold up your figures in your display cases. But yeah, that pretty much wraps up this review. Beast Kingdom did an awesome job with this figure. They nailed his costume, and he looks just like the way he looked in the X-Men animated series, which is Jim Lee's iteration of Cyclops. And man, Beast Kingdom killed it with his costume. The soft goods on this figure is awesome. It doesn't hinder his articulation at all. The blue material is really stretchy, and it works really well with him. Those yellow trunks are pretty cool. I like it that it's a separate piece over the blue costume. But overall, man, they did an awesome job. One thing that I didn't mention is on his boots, his gloves, and a little bit on his visor, and even on the pouches. It looks like it's got weathering. It's a little dirty. It kind of looks like he's been using his he's been on in the field. At first I thought it was just my figure had some QC issues with the paint, but no, all the figures actually have that, and which is pretty cool. I like that they gave some detail that way. It makes it look worn. It's not like freshly new costume and he's never gotten it dirty. But yeah, overall, awesome figure. I really recommend this Cyclops to add to your collection. I hope Beast Kingdom continues to give us more X-Men characters in the future. I'm really looking forward to getting some more. But yeah, if you guys like the review, please hit that like button and subscribe. Leave any comments in the bottom. But yeah, until next time, peace.